In the last episode, William Boimler decided to send the reality-ending time-space explosion into his universe because he believed in his duplicate's ability to resolve the crisis. And now, the conclusion in Season 5, Episode 10, The Next Generation. The explosion that burst through the rift is unlike anything we've seen before. Instead of ripping reality apart, it causes things in the Prime universe to randomly transform into other quantum possibilities. We see this when a Klingon ship is completely transformed along with its crew shortly before it explodes. Mach happens to be nearby when this happens, which provides the perfect excuse for Relga to finally destroy him. Turns out that Mach killed not one, but two of Relga's brothers, and she wants revenge. At the last second, Malor wrestles control of the ship and flies them to the Cerritos to beg for asylum. At the same time, Starfleet orders the Cerritos to close the rift because it is the only ship within range that can actually get there in time to save the whole universe. Federation scientists do provide them with some limited shielding technology that should be able to protect them from the effects of the rift. However, they do not have enough time to cover the entire hull, but they've got to get going ASAP. So they bravely fly into the breach with partial shields with Relga hot on their tail. The closer they get to the center of the rift, the bigger and bigger the waves get. And as each wave hits, the Cerrito itself keeps getting transformed into more powerful and then less powerful and then more powerful again classes of ship. For some reason, a wave of grumpiness also washes through the ship. Rutherford falls out of love with the Cerritos and considers it an old piece of junk. Tendi and Talen just can't seem to get on the same page about how to proceed. And Mach starts chasing Mariner all around the ship, trying to fight her because he thinks she is responsible for hiding his brother. Eventually, they realize that they're better off working together rather than tearing each other apart. Ensign Ali zaps Relga's ship with a giant lightning bolt, which brings down her shields and leaves her vulnerable to the effects of the rift. Her entire crew is transformed right before the ship explodes. It's clear that the ship does not have enough speed to make it to the center of the rift in time. So Rutherford rips off his Oculus and starts modifying the ship manually. The ship speeds up, but it also starts to double. Tendi and Talen combine their powers as science besties to literally reunite the ship. They reach the center of the rift, but unfortunately, all of their attempts to close it completely fail. That is until Malor saves the day again by offering a story about a dam, which inspires Mariner to do some last-second calculations that do not attempt to close the rift, but instead attempt to stabilize the rift and keep it permanently open. This is wildly successful, leading to not only a stable rift, but also a really beautiful one. As things calm down, we get to see what life is like after the rift. First, due to Relga's dishonorable actions, Mach is put in charge of her entire fleet by the Klingon High Council. Second, Starbase 80 gets stationed near the rift, and their job is to kind of coordinate and help Starfleet explore strange new realities with the help of some familiar friends. Third, Rutherford decides to get rid of his Oculus altogether and rediscovers his love for the Cerritos. He also discovers that he has big feelings for Tendi as well. Lastly, Ransom gets promoted to become the captain of the Cerritos. His first dubious command decision is to make both Mariner and Boimler co-first officers in a friendly competition that he thinks will be good for them somehow. His second dubious command decision is to select the catchphrase, "engage the core," when he wants the ship to go into warp drive. And probably the best part of this episode is the heartfelt speech that Mariner gives about what it means to be Cerritos strong. It is the perfect send-off for such a beloved show. Be sure to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and then click or tap the screen to watch the next video in the series or to start over from the very beginning.